Question 1. Find the range of heights of any 10 students of your class. Let the heights of 10 students in our class or in your class in centimeter, because height is in centimeter, be 136, 144, 127, 125, 146, 138, 132, 141, 133 and 134 centimeters, all in centimeter. Now highest value amongst these heights, as you can see, so 144 is highest so far, then 146 is highest so far, then you have nothing. So 146 is your highest value, because we were asked to find the range. So range is what? Highest value minus lowest value. Now lowest value amongst these heights is 136, 144. This is lowest till far. 127 is lowest. 125 it is greater. So lowest is 125 centimeter. So where is 125 centimeter? This is 125 centimeter. The highest is 146. Here is highest. So the range would be highest value minus lowest value. So you have to subtract these two values. Therefore we subtract it and it turns out to be 21 centimeter. So what does it mean? It means that the height starts from 125 minimum and goes up to 146 maximum, and the range or the distance between these two heights is 21 centimeter. So that was your first. Second, organize the following marks in a class assessment in a tabular form. Answer the following questions. Which number is the highest and which number is the lowest? What is the range of the data? And last, find the arithmetic mean. Which number is the highest? So first of all, we will represent it in tabular form, because we are asked to do it in a tabular form. So first of all, we make three columns: marks, tally marks and frequency. These vertical are called columns, whereas these horizontal ones are called rows. Now marks, so we see 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have no 10. So we write marks from 1 to 9. If anyone would have missed or was not present, we would not have taken it. Now tally marks, it is just to tally it. For an instance, you see 4 here, you put your finger here. So on 4 you put a pipe sign. This is called pipe sign. Then you put your finger on 6, keep it pointed on 6, and with another hand put pipe sign at 6, first pipe sign. Then you go for 7 and you put here. So you do it so on and so forth till you reach last 7, and at 7 you put your pipe sign, another pipe sign. Now the important thing to note here, which you have learned in your previous classes as well, when you put 5th tally mark, you cross rest of the 4. So this identifies that it is 5. This represents 5 when you even see it in a glimpse. So this is the whole purpose of making tally marks, so that you don't count wrong information. Then frequency, and you write these things here: 1, 2, 1, 3. As you can see, you don't even have to count it. It means 5 when you crossed it. These are 4, this is 2, this is 1, this is 1. You add them up, gives you 20. So this is the tabular part done. So which number is the highest? So as you can see, the highest number is 9, because it goes from 1 to 9. Therefore 9. Now the number is the lowest. The number which is lowest is obviously 1, because the mark starts from 1. Now what is the range? Range is highest value minus lowest value, as you have learned in this chapter. 9 minus 1 is 8. Now find the arithmetic mean. Now what is arithmetic mean? It is sum of observations, that is this thing, upon total number of observations. Now what is arithmetic mean? It is sum of observations, that is we are going to add them up, that is we are going to add these all. When you add them, it gives you 100. Counting from 1 to 9 gives you 100. Therefore, we have written 100 here. Now, total observations. How many of these numbers we had? We had these. When you add them all, it gives you 20. So, upon 20. 0, 0 cancel, 1 to the 2, 5 to the 10. Therefore, the answer is 5. This is arithmetic mean, or the average, you can say. Next is second. Question third. Find the mean of the first 5 whole numbers. First 5 whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know it very well. This is your number line. These all are integers, negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. And natural numbers are starting from 1 to infinity, positive infinity. And when you attach 0 to it, it gives you whole numbers. And the numbers between them represented with points are decimal numbers. And if they are represented in terms of numerator over denominator, they're called fractions. So this is the recap. Now first 5 whole numbers done. Now addition. Why? In mean, what we have? Sum of observations upon total number of observations. The first 5 whole numbers sum is 4 plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 0 is 0, therefore 10. Now mean is 10 over 5. So 1 5 is a 5, 2 5 is a 10. It means average is 2. What does it mean? It means if we put every number with 2, we will get some 10. Why? 2 5 is a 10. This is the basic concept of mean, or you can say average. That was your third. Fourth, a cricketer scores the following runs in 8 innings: 58, 76, 40, 35, 46, 45, 0 and 100. Find the mean score. Now runs scored by this cricketer are these following: 58, 76, 40, 35, 46, 45, 0, 100. We are going to add them up. Divided by 8. Why 8? Because number of observations. These are number, so these are total in 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even he scored 0, it means he got out in 0 itself, or he didn't play it because he didn't got his chance. So when you add them up, it gives you 400. You can add them on your rough space, the right hand side of the paper. Now 1 8 is a 8 and 8 5 is a 40 and 0. So 50 is the average. What does it mean? It means on an average he's scored 50 in each match if you divide these all numbers equally in 8 parts. This is the whole concept of average, the mean score. So this is your fourth part. Fifth, following table shows the points of each player scored in 4 games. Player A, B, C, game 1, game 2, game 3 and game 4. Now answer the following questions. Find the mean to determine A's average number of points scored per game. To find the mean number of points per game for C, would you divide the total points by 3, by 4 and why? B played in all 4 games. How would you find the mean? Who is the best performer? So these 3 players, namely A, B and C, they played 4 games. First, find the mean to determine A's average number of points scored per game. So we have to find A's average, which is when you add them all and divide it by 4. So we have done the same. When you add them, it gives you 16 plus 14 is 30 plus 20 is 50. 50 over 4 is what? It is 12.5. It is simple. That was your first. Second, to find the mean number of points per game for C, would you divide the total number points by 3 or by 4 and why? So if we see for C, he didn't play third game, so we will not take it in consideration because what the question says, points of each player scored in 4 games. Well, he didn't play this, so we cannot count it. We'll have to take consideration only 3 games, 1, 2 and 4 in case of C. So therefore, divide by only 3 since third game was not played. Now, B played in all 4 games. It is given he played in all 4 games. How would you find the mean? So this is B. This is 0. It again means that he didn't play it, or he may got out by scoring nothing. So we have to take this in consideration because he played in actual. So we will sum them all and divide it by 4. So what we did here, 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 8 is 18 over 4. So when you divide it, it is 4 4 is 16, 2 remainder, 0.0, so 4 5 is 20. That gives you 4.5. That's third. Who is the best performer? Obviously, whose average or the mean is maximum. So as you can see, here we had 12.5 and here we have 4.5. It clearly depicts that this player is best. And whose average was this? A's. Okay, we have compared A and C. Now we have to compare A and B. Well, obviously by observation you can see these scores are much higher than these. Here it is 0, so it is lead by 14. Here it is also lead by 8. Here lead by 4. Here lead by 6. So merely by observation you can conclude that who is the best player? Obviously the player A. Therefore A, since his average is more than B and C. So this is now fifth question. Sixth, marks out of 100 obtained by a group of students in a science test are 85, 76, 90, 85, 39, 48, 56, 95, 81 and 75. Find the highest and the lowest marks obtained by the students, range of the marks obtained, and last, mean marks obtained by the group. First is highest and the lowest marks obtained by the students in science test. Obviously, when you see it, 85 is greater than 76. So 90, now 90 is highest till so far. So when you see, now 95 is the highest. So you can conclude that 95 is highest marks, lowest marks. Now 76 so far, 39 so far, and when you see it is 39. So lowest marks is 39. Now range of the marks obtained, range is again highest minus lowest. Well, we have found both. 95 minus 39 gives you 56. Then find the marks, then mean marks obtained by the group. That is, we'll have to add all of them divided by total number of observations. So when you add them all, so these are total in 10. When you add them, it is 730 over 10. 0 0 cancels, straight away 73 whole number. So 73 is the average marks scored by these students in this science test. So this is your sixth. Seventh, the enrollment in a school during 6 consecutive years was as follows: 1555, 1670, 1750, 2013, 2540, 2820, and the mean enrollment of the school for this period. Now mean enrollment of the school for the period. Mean enrollment, mean is again average. You have to add them all. And how many are these? 6 consecutive years. So divided by 6. So when you add them all, it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. You can do it again on your rough paper or on your rough space. So you can cut it with 6. And how to check it, whether this number is divisible by 6? Well, you have learned it in your previous class, the divisibility rule. That's why you learn various things in your basic classes so that you can apply them in your future classes. So here, remember, so rewind yourself, divisibility rule of 6. So any number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by 2 or 3, because 2 and 3 is factor of 6. That's why. So 2, even number, the first number should be even and divided by 2. Well, it is, therefore it is 2. Now 3. Well, when you add all the digits, that sum should be divisible by 3. So you can see 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is how much? 10. 10 plus 8 is 18, which is divisible by 3. So this number will be divisible by 6 as well. So 1 6 is 6. 6 2 is 12. Now 3 is less than 6, so we take 0 and drop this 4 as well. Now we have 30. So 6 5 is 30 and 4 is remainder. Now we have 48. 6 8 is 48. Therefore 2058 is the mean enrollment of the school for this period of 6 years. That's the 7th Eighth, the rainfall in millimeter in a city on 7 days of a certain week was recorded as follows. Find the range of the rainfall in the above data. Find the mean rainfall for the week. On how many days was the rainfall less than the mean rainfall? Again, the range is highest minus lowest. So as you can see, highest is 20, lowest is obviously 0. So you subtract 20.5 from 0, it is 20.5 mm itself. Do keep it in mind to write these units, because without units your answer will be wrong. So this is the apparatus which is used in order to record how much rainfall took place. So this is the funnel which collects the drop. It gets poured into this tube where we have markings, the measuring device, and this is overflow cylinder if in case this fills up. So the range of this rainfall we have done. Now find the mean rainfall of the week. Again, what is mean? Mean is simple. You add them all and divide it by number of days. So we have 7 days. When you add them all, you get 41.3 divided by 7. Now what is the divisibility rule of 7? Well, you haven't learned it in your previous class, but let us tell you. So it is, take this number. We are not considering decimal at this point, so consider it 413. So what you do, you double the last digit. So 3 to the 6. If it was 2, then it would be 4. Means you double it. So 3 to the 6. Now you have written 6 on one side. Now you have to subtract 6 from the rest of the digits, that is 41. So 41 minus 6 is how much? 35. Now, is that number which you obtain is divisible by 7? Well, yes, 7 5s are 35. So it confirms that this number will be divisible by 17. So we straight away do that. 1 7 is 7. Now 7 5s are 35. Remainder is 6. 6. Now we have point, so we put point. We have 3 as well. Now 63. So 7 9s are 63. This gives you 5.9 mm as your mean rainfall. It means that on everyday basis, if you take mean, then we had 5.9 mm of rain. Mm is millimeter, measure of distance. So here it is 5.9 mm. Now, on how many days was the rainfall less than the mean rainfall? Well, this is easy. You can see here. You have to compare 5.9 mm with each values. And then you have to see that how many days are there when rainfall was less than this value. Well, yes, Monday first. So we wrote Monday. Then we have, no, this is not. This is, yes. So Wednesday, Thursday. We have Wednesday, Thursday. And then this is not. Then Saturday and Sunday we have. Therefore, for 5 days, that is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, rainfall was less than the mean rainfall. That was your 8th. 9th. The heights of 10 girls were measured in centimeter, and the results are as follows. 135, 150, and so on. What is the height of the tallest girl? Height of the shortest girl, range of the data, mean height of the girls, and last, how many girls have heights more than the mean height? Now, height of the tallest girl. As you can see here, 150 so far, 151, 151 so far. Yes, 151 centimeter. Now, height of the shortest girl. Well, 135 so far, 128 so far, and then yes, 128 centimeter. Third, what is the range? Well, you have found this. You have to subtract highest and lowest. That is lowest from highest, obviously. So when you subtract 128 from 151, you get 23 centimeter. That's simple maths. Now fourth, what is mean height of the girls? Mean again means average. So you add them all observations divided by total number of observations. So these are 10 girls. You divide by 10. When you add them up, gives you 1414 or 1414. Now you have learned in your previous chapter decimal representation. You simply get to know these number of zeros it is 1 in this case, and put after 1 digit towards left hand side. So 141.4 centimeter is the mean height of the girls. Now the last question, how many girls have heights more than the mean height? Well, it is very similar to the last question of previous question, or the last part of the previous question. Now we have to compare this mean with each measurement. Now we have to compare this height with each measurement. Whichever is more, we have to mark that and count them. So 141.4. Well, this is not. This is, yes, this is. We marked it with a dot. 139, less. This is less. This is more. This is less. This is more. This is again more. Well, 141 is less than 141.4. You have learned this in your previous chapter. Well, now we count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's also 1 left here. Well, now we count them all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, 5 girls have height more than the mean height. So that was the last part of the question number 9th, which was also your last question.